Hi guys, it's Scott here again. I'm back on live. People asking me, I probably hear saying people thinking, "Oh, he's coming live again." Yes, I am. I wish I could come live every day and talk about Liverpool, but it's, it's not gonna be the same coming every day. But anyways, I'm wearing my Liverpool top today. As you can see, it's quite the old one. It was actually a fan suggestion. So here I go. And we're just gonna talk about basically the transfers again. Keita, Van Dijk, players we're linked with, alternatives to Van Dijk and all of that stuff. And a fan actually put up a comment on on the post saying, if what about academy players wanted to come through. So hopefully I'll give my opinions on that as well and see what's happening. Anyways, first off, start from just like my previous videos. We started from what was his name, Salah, which because he was the main focus point for our club at the time. I think we can also say that Keita is the focus point now. Will he sign? Will he not sign? We don't know. Will he sign? Will he not sign? We don't know. What I can tell you is the deal is far from over. It's nowhere near over. No matter what anybody comes out to say. I think, if anything, I think Liverpool are trying to keep it, on the low, and Leipzig are trying to save face. Liverpool are doing their best to keep it on the low because of what happened to the Van Dijk's saga, or transfer or whatever. I mean, I, like every other person out there, or every other Liverpool fan out there, still cling on to the hope that something can still be done. Hopefully something can still be done. We just have to pray and hope a lot. But for what it's worth, I like to think about it this way, that like last summer we were heavily linked to Dahoud, and we moved on to sign Gini Wijnaldum, because we 100% knew we were not getting Dahoud anymore. And even after all these comments, we still can't figure out who our alternatives are from the so-called reliable journalist. I'd like to say, there's still a glimmer of hope that Keita and Van Dijk would join. From what I know that Keita has told Leipzig twice on two separate occasions, two meetings, that he would like to leave and join Liverpool. Obviously, it's not on the stage yet to hand in a transfer request, out of respect to the club. But he's expressed his desire to join Liverpool. Could we win the Premier League this year? I mean, every year you go into it thinking, of course we can. Even newly promoted Brighton come to the Premier League with hope that they can win it. So I mean, could we win it? Yes, we could. We can. We have the capability to. will we win it is a different question. Landry, that's a different question on its own. Anyways, back to Keita. So from what I know is he's said he wants to leave twice. I mean, some people saying we've not submitted an offer for him, which I think is completely not true. Like Karim, I don't read Arabic, please. Sorry. From what I think that's not completely true because we can't. He can't be our main, one of our two main targets for the year or for this summer, and we still haven't submitted a formal offer for him. From what I know we've had an offer rejected. We've had an offer rejected, but that's pretty much about it. I think a second offer has gone in, and I think it's been reviewed by the Leipzig hierarchy. Their CEO or whoever it is can come out and say whatever he wants, but I think there's a second offer on the table that they're currently reviewing, and there's a rumor going about that they told Keita in one of the board meetings that they wouldn't object to his desire to leave. So hopefully, major between now and a week's time, hopefully major updates comes up. That's what I'm hoping for. So Keita, the CEOs come out saying, he's not for sale on any price or not even a world record fee. Can price him out of of a move. Now, no offense, you're not Messi or Ronaldo. Everybody, even Messi or Ronaldo, has a price. So don't tell me, Keita does not have a price. Plus, I mean, Liver has been in Liverpool more time than Leipzig has been a club, so no one can tell me that it wouldn't be a step up for Keita. Yes, it could be a step up. 70 million, is it a gamble for someone who's had just one season? Yes, but I mean, you can only take gambles in football these days. You can only take gambles. I mean, some of our transfer dealings over the years and unsuccessful transfer dealings have been us not taking gambles on certain players. And yeah, it's that. So let me read some of the fans' comments coming through. We have Landry Chris Keller saying, "Do you think that it's worth to keep Sako? I think it's a good idea to keep him, but all depends on club." Yeah, it definitely depends on club, really. I mean, since Klopp has come in, it's just been from what's been on the media, only Sako has broken club rules. No other player, has gone as far as Sako breaking club rules. And yes, there's rumors saying, he's training alone at the moment. Yes, he is, but I think he's training alone because he's with the rehabilitation team, and because I think he got injured towards the last games, towards the ending of last season, whilst playing for Crystal Palace. So I think he's training alone, because of that. I mean, I still expect him to leave, but he's going to leave on a £30 million deal. Liverpool would not accept less. Liverpool will not accept less, but I mean, that's what's been said. But I think if a bid comes in in the region of 25 million above, I think we will accept 25 million plus add-ons. I think we would accept. That's that on Keita. Good news is Salah and Gini Wijnaldum, the club has confirmed that they will they will come, they'll be back to pre-season training. I can't wait for Salah to be back. I just can't wait for him to, gel with his teammates and meet up with Coutinho and Firmino for the pre-season, or just I can't wait for the football to start, really. I love club, don't get me wrong, and that's Liam. Liam says, I love club, don't get me wrong, and I understand Sako has broken club rules, but why spend 30, 40 million, 50 million in a new defender when Sako is as good, reliable defender already? At the end of the day, we've as football fans, we have this desire or urge for I mean, not just us, even the coaches and managers. They have this urge. Us in general have this urge to bring our own what we want, you know, into the club. Club doesn't want Sako in the club anymore because he feels like his attitude is, you know, toxic to, you know, to other players. Then club doesn't want him at the club. I'm not gonna sit here and, you know, be like, you know, why is, you know, club being or has he been isolating Sako? But I mean, that's his choice. That's his choice. I mean, Brenda Rodgers did not want Benteke, and you know, but he had to play with him, and Brenda Rodgers did not want him, and you know, he got sold. So I mean, football's like that, anyways. Um, so and on Keita again, let's go back to Keita because he's our main topic. Blend Berisha, what player have you have on your share? I don't have any player on my share. I never do that. I've been buying Liverpool shirts over the years, and I never put any player on my share. But there's a lot of comments coming through. Brazilian Chris Cutler, Brazilian left back link. Yes, Chris. Yes, it's been linked, but those links are just as reliable as the ones to Gelson Martins. If you watch my videos, you know, over the time, I told you, you know, we are not actually in for Gelson Martins. One rumor going about is that we have actually signed Andrew Robertson from Hull City. You heard it here first. But one thing is, I heard his medical is just being postponed for whatever reason. Not from any reliable source. I think, but you know, we'll see what comes out of that one over time between now and, you know, mid-July. Liam, well, that's fair enough. I think he's just my fondness of Sako as a player, and I love Sako's passion for us. Yes, I mean, you know, look at it this way. It was the same thing that made PSG sell him to Liverpool when they sold him. I mean, he was club captain. He was PSG captain at the age of 18. You know, he was PSG captain at the age of 18, and he had everything going for him. I think, you know, with the price market now and for the past 3-4 years, Sako would have gone for a lot more than 16 million or 18 million that we bought him for. PSG really needed to get rid, because I think his attitude stank. His attitude was disgusting, and you know, so I think it's the same thing that's causing him issues here right now. I mean, not that he has passion and whatever, but I mean, if your attitude stink towards you know, if your attitude stink in the team, you know, not enough passion can cover that. Laundry said we need a left back because Moreno isn't good enough for club. Last summer we targeted Jonas Hector, but we didn't manage to convince him to become a Liverpool player. Let me just read more of that. But I think we have to make another offer for him, trying to convince him, because he's a quality left back. Okay, well, Landry, sorry to burst your bubble, we're not in for Jonas Hector this season, and last season were just rumors. They would never actually had any chance, or were actually interested in signing Jonas Hector. Ed Mahal, do you think we'll buy Keita this summer? You want me to give exclusives? Because I can't give exclusive, because at the end of the day, whether it comes true or not, I'm gonna lose a lot of followers, and I'm not willing to lose a lot of followers over a 50-50 chance. But again, it's my opinion, so I don't think I should lose fans over things like that. Do I think we'll buy Keita this summer? Yes, I think so. Again, it's a personal opinion. It's a personal opinion at the end of the day, and I think our second offer, Ed, for of 60 million is you know, it's still on the table for them. 60 million plus add-ons is still on the table for them to consider. So they come out and say whatever they want to say, but I know our offer is still there for them to, you know, to consider. That's why I think Klopp said we should be patient in his interview. I mean, if you haven't, you know, read or listened to his interview, you should go. Don't try me, because I go on Liverpool website every day, you know, looking for, you know, what, you know, interviews, and just trying to read between lines, and that's all I do. Liverpool is my life, really. So let me scroll down some more comments. We have a lot coming through. I'm not okay with Roberts. I mean, same thing people said about Jenny Dende. You just have to give the lad a chance, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. And I think until Moreno is sold, we will not see Roberts come in. I think. I mean, I'll be glad if he actually does come in before Moreno leaves, but I think Moreno is definitely leaving. We need a decent centre back. Josh Gordon said we need a decent centre back because our defense isn't that strong, but it's not too bad at the moment. True. We definitely need a decent centre back. That's what I think we're waiting for Van Dijk. I mean, he's not the best in the world, but you know, he's one of the best at the moment. You can count good centre backs with your finger of your tips, and they're young and they're good as Van Dijk. So, I mean, you know, let's just hope. The firm are reporting that the deal for Keita is nearly done. Everyone trying to, you know, I think I know the firm from Twitter. Everyone holds on to hope for deals at the moment. But at the end of the day, you can't. People like to look at it positively. People like to look at it negatively. People want to hold on to every hope they can get. I mean, I'm not here to talk down anyone, but I don't think the deal is nearly done. But what I can tell you exclusively is, like, between now and the 14th, between now and mid-July, so between now and next week, something, you know, concrete should definitely, at least 14th, should come out for Keita, you know, because by July 14th, we'll just have roughly a month to go for pre-season before our qualifiers for Champions League. So we'd like to get everything we have, all our targets in before we start the qualifiers. So yeah, Darren, we need a world-class signing, not just okay players, to send a message to other clubs and our fans that we mean business. Darren, what I can tell you is, Klopp definitely wants better than he's got. That's why we're still holding out for Van Dijk, because he's better than, you know, most of our defenders, and Keita because he's better than most of our midfielders. So, and a statement doesn't necessarily mean, you know, the price you pay for players. I mean, you can pay, at the end of the day, you can pay 10 billion pounds for Christian Pulisic or Jovanovic, but the statement is, to me, is the quality of players you sign, and that's a statement to me. So we just need to, people say, let's sign Aubameyang as a statement. Yeah, but you're signing Aubameyang, at the end of the day you have Firmino, so are you going to bench Firmino to play Aubameyang? And so it's just a lot of things going on, and also there's a lot of things going on behind the doors regarding transfers, retransfers, and so we as Liverpool fans have to be patient when it comes to transfers. I've been saying this over my videos. The caliber of players we're going for this season is going to take time to, you know, make a deal for them. So we just have to be patient with deals like that. Evening, Adam Pickerton. I don't know who Adam Pickerton is. I'm Scott, by the way. If you're new, if you're seeing me for the first time, I'm Scott. I own a page, and my page is called Liverpool FC News. I go with weekly live updates on there. And thanks to my good friend Nathan, who decided to share me on his page. So if you're from the page where Liverpool shared with pride, welcome. and I'm worried man with pride. Anyways, why not try Gomez at left back? Would add height to the defense. He was playing well there before he got injured. Yes, but at the end of the day, Gomez's preferred position is centre back, and I think Klopp, it would take Klopp 0.5 seconds to figure that out, and I think Klopp would rather play Gomez as centre back than play him at left back, because I think we're really struggling at centre back at the moment. For left back, Klein can play left back. He's done that a couple of times, and we have Trent Alexander-Arnold, who can play right back. So, plus we know what the club. I don't know if the club is confirmed. They have not been for the past few hours. But Trent Alexander-Arnold, he's been offered another deal. Even after just signing a 5-year deal. So that is a plus, because it means we're tying our youngsters down, and we're gonna see more of Trent this season, and Grujic as well. Good evening, sir. Okay, Adam Pinkerton. Is Danny still alive? He's still alive. He's still kicking. He's back healthy, doing training. This is a question by Arnold Penny Quidini. Yes, he's very much alive, and he's back strong and fit, and he's been doing preseason training with the squad. No new injury worries, so hopefully we'll see more of him this season. We need a natural left footer at left back. Not necessarily. Milner has done really well. That's a question by Mark McCormack. Okay. Milner has done really well, and I don't think, like I've been saying over time, I don't think we'll sign another left back as a sure starter left back. I think Milner is going to continue at left back, while we will sign Robertson as an understudy, or just as a rotation basis. Better than Emedo. Thank you, Sean. I don't like Emedo. I've never watched it. Ed Mohol, other than a centre back and Sima, which other positions will club try and fill? Other than centre back and CM, I think we'll sign one more winger. I've been saying, if you go back to my very first videos, just scroll down my page. Ed, I remember you from, always constantly asking questions and commenting. So if you scroll down the page, I've always said, don't rule out the signing of Demarai Gray. And I think his rumors is just beginning to pick up pace now, so you heard it from me first. So if he signs, you heard it from me first. But I think we over the next coming couple of weeks, we will get linked to one or two old wingers more. That's purely based on the fact that Klopp is looking to play Firmino heavily this season in that central midfield role. So another winger would do. We have Origi who can play on the wings, but Sturridge and Ings are back, and they're out on our strikers, so we need another winger just as a rotation. Is there anything going on with Oxlade? I know we're interested, but that's about it. I can't tell you for sure if we have put in a concrete offer for Oxlade. I'd love to see him come. I'd love to see him come, but I don't think even if he comes, he's not going to be a short starter in the team. Even if he comes, he's still going to be deployed as a winger. So I think he either accepts that or he stays at Arsenal, because I don't think he's going to play anywhere near that CM position he really wants to play. Anthony Harding says we need the left back, desperate made for better balance. Yes, we do, but we do need a left back. I for one will actually see us sign a world-class left back, but let's face it, there are not many left backs going through at the moment. And I think, knowing Klopp, he'd rather go with Milner for another season and rotate with Robertson when he signs, and then sign a good reliable left back next summer than sign whoever this season and then watch it go as a waste of money. So I mean, every one of us is desperate, but don't put your hopes on Anthony, on us signing a left, a proper left back as a number one guy this season. That is, I can tell you here and now, that is not one of our priorities. Yes, the left back is our priority, but an understudy left back is one of our priorities. Mark McConnell said Miller has done well, but he slows the play down when he gets it because he can't get a good cross in with his left foot. He checks back inside all the time. Hey, his style of play is his style of play. We can't change that. And I mean, I'm definitely sure before Klopp puts him in there, Klopp must know, he's right-footed, and that will happen. So Klopp is wiser than most of us in football. He's got the experience. So so we just have to trust him in every decision he makes. We can't really be that negative, because at the end of the day, negativity results to heartbreaking, and heartbreaking results to anger, and everyone slating FSG or whoever it is off, and blaming, pointing fingers at the end of the day. So us as fans, all we have to do is trust what club does, trust what the owners do, and we just want to see our club successful. I understand that, but we just have to be patient. We have to trust in club. Do you like Babe Station? No, I don't know what that is. Okay, I know what it is, but no, it's pointless. Football related, please, Ed. Tony Ford, would you prefer that we sign VG Van Dijk or Keita? I prefer we sign them both, because they're two separate positions. One we desperately need, and one we want. We want Keita. We don't really need him. Mike Kenyon says Virgil van Dijk. Yes, okay. Sean Mason says, take care, fella. Nice listening to your views. Go to Dash. You never walk alone. You never walk alone too. Thank you for watching me. If it's your first time, be sure to tune in, next time again. Have a nice time, fella. Enjoy your weekend. Anyways, down to Virgil van Dijk. There's been a lot of comments coming through, man. I really appreciate it. A lot of likes and love coming through as well. I've never been this happy. Thank you very much, guys. To Virgil van Dijk, what can I say about Virgil van Dijk? I know he's back to pre-season training with Southampton, and I still expect him to put in a transfer request. If by the end of the month no deal has been struck, I still expect him to put in a transfer request. I mean, I want him to put in a transfer request, because everyone these days is like, we're not selling this player, we're not selling that player, and no one actually wants to sell a player unless it's for like a world record fee, and it's really frustrating, because some of these players are just £40 million players. No offense, like Keita, for example, 2 years ago he'd be a 25 million pound player, and now we're bidding 70 million pounds for him. And nobody wants to sell. Everybody wants to be successful and keep their best players. But at the end of the day, Leipzig is a business, Southampton is a business, every football club is a business, and every player have their price. And one day they will have to budge and say, okay, you know what, this player wants to leave. You have the money, give us a certain amount of money, and then he's yours. And I think if Leipzig actually phones Liverpool and said, we want 70 million for Keita, Liverpool don't have a problem paying that. I just put that out there. We don't have a problem paying 70 million pounds for Naby Keita. We don't have a problem paying 50 million pounds for Virgil van Dijk. There's only one problem. That problem is that the club are not willing to discuss anything at the moment. So that's why we're just being patient. Starting 11 for next season, like I said, I mean, it depends on who we sign. So if we sign our starting 11 for next season, it's more likely going to be, if we sign Van Dijk and Keita, so starting 11 for next season could be for the first game, Mignolet, Klein, right back, Virgil, Van Dijk, Matip. Oh yeah, coming to Matip. I don't think Matip will be ready for the first few weeks of the starting season. I don't think he would be ready. That's why towards the end of August, if by now we don't sign Van Dijk, we're going to push for a deal for a central defender, because Matip is not going to be ready. I don't think he's going to be ready for the first few weeks of the season. So let me continue my starting 11. So we have Klein right back, Mignolet goalkeeper. We have Lovren, Van Dijk, and then left back we have Milner, and then midfield we have Henderson, Lallana, and Coutinho. I mean, depends on the game. So I mean, Emre Can is there as well for rotation, but it depends on the game. I mean, against Watford, you know, they're not quite they're quite a lesser team, so-called lesser team. Let me put it like that. No disrespect to Watford, but I mean, I'd like us to line up like that with Henderson, Henderson, Lallana, and Coutinho, because we have to, you know, bombard them with attacks. And then up top can be changed. We have Mane on the left, Salah on the right, Firmino through the middle. So I think that's what we're gonna go with. Also, Joe Thompson says looking forward to seeing Salah playing for the mighty Reds this season. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, people are saying he's a Chelsea reject. He didn't perform well for Chelsea, but at the end of the day, we're getting a player who has 3 years more experience, who's played for one of the top, Italian clubs in AS Roma, and he's coming back to the Premier League under a manager who would accept nothing but the best. So I know for sure Salah is going to be a very good signing for next season. I mean, he has too much potential to fail. So yeah, Chris Cutler says some don't like Robertson, but should remember Rob Jones was signed from a lower league club, Crew, and he turned out to be really good right back. Yeah. At the end of the day, Robertson is really young. Has time to learn. He's learning, from the hands of one of the top 5 managers in the world, one of the top 3. So I think he can't do him any wrong, really. He can't do him any wrong. So yeah, I remember Rob Jones as well. He was good in his time. We've signed a lot of players from lower league clubs that have performed, and most recent one, Jenny. So it's not about the club they're signing from. It's about their qualities as players and who they're developing under. I mean, Ruben Neves is going from FC Porto to Wolverhampton Wanderers, so tells you a lot, really. All we need is Virgil van Dijk. Yeah, we really need a defender. That's all we need. Darren Barrett said, "Thanks for answering my earlier message. Do you think Coutinho will be sold?" I can categorically tell you that Coutinho is not going anywhere this summer. People are saying I've been receiving messages as well, but on my page and everything, saying Coutinho be sold. Or I'll be receiving complaints from people saying they understand Keita's club's stance about not wanting to sell him and saying it's not for sale for any price. But at the end of the day, there's two differences between the Coutinho story and us holding him down and Keita's saga. The difference simply is Keita wants to leave. He definitely wants to leave Leipzig and wants to come to Liverpool, and it's up to Leipzig now, between now and a month and a half time for them to come to an acceptable fee that they will accept. And Coutinho doesn't want to leave. I mean, he's a couple of things his relation being at Liverpool at the moment. I mean, he knows he did on the club last season, and know he's just going to develop from there. And he's just relishing playing in the Champions League with Liverpool. I mean, I think how amazing it is to play for Liverpool in the Champions League. The fans are, get the hair behind the back lifting. You want to wear the shirt, like they treat players like God. So we'll see. Hafiz Al-Hajj said, I think we should give chance to Flano. No offense, I can just tell you now, Flanagan is not good enough. He's not good enough. Flanagan is not good enough. Flanagan has had his chance over under Roy Hodgson, under Kenny Dalglish, or even under Brendan Rodgers to prove, but he's not good enough. I'm really sorry to say this. I'd like to see players succeed at Liverpool, but Flanagan is not good enough. The harsh truth. I should call my show, call this live thing the ugly truth. Everyone see that movie? Anyways, Flanagan is not good enough for Liverpool. He's good enough for Burnley, West Brom's, not for Liverpool. Not for what club is trying to build for Liverpool. Also, Suraj says we will sign Van Dijk. I can't tell you yes or no because I'm not in the club. I'm not Jurgen Klopp. I don't work on Southampton, but I've been giving Van Dijk and Keita updates all day. People have been, sending me messages on my phone from my page saying, what's up with Van Dijk and Keita and whatnot. I can't say, I'm not saying we can sign him, but I'm saying, the deal is not dead. That's all I can say. I know Paul Joyce was from, does he work for the Times now? Yeah, it works for the Times now. Saying, the deal is dead and whatnot, but the deal is not dead. I can't tell you. If the deal was dead, I think the first person to know would be Klopp and not Paul Joyce. And Klopp would have moved on to his next target straight away, no wasting of time. But I don't think both deals are dead, and there's still a chance. There's still a chance that we will get them. Dean saying I'm backing FC to win the league this season, no doubt. Everyone is. I mean, I have really high hopes for this season. I have really, really high hopes for this season because I see us really doing well. I mean, considering how well we did with the players and injuries and absence we had last season, this season we're not going to lose any player to any competition. The only thing we'll lose players to is injuries, so that's a plus sign. So I have really high hopes for us this season. And Adam Piper, are you from Ghana or Kenya, mate? You're just like a guy I knew in the army from Kenya, always smiling and always so chilled. Thank you, Adam. I mean, I'm always smiling, I'm always so chilled because of fans like you guys I have on my page, giving me so much love all the time. I don't make money from what I do. I just love doing what I do, and I get a lot of love for it from you guys. So that's why I'm so smart and so chilled. And sorry, Adam, but I'm not from Kenya, neither am I from Ghana. I'm actually a Nigerian who lived his teenage years in Spain. I mean, I'm Nigerian by birth, but I'm a Spanish nationality, so I'm not from Kenya or from Ghana. I mean, I have friends from Kenya and Ghana though, but I'm not from Kenya or Ghana, sorry. Anyway, so that's the last fun questions. I need to start dividing this into segments. So from next week, I'll come and talk about the topics I've got to talk about, and then after that, I can go to read the fans' comments and all of that. So, oh my God, lol, I was certain I was right. Fair play, mate. Anyway, thanks for answering. No problem. It's no problem. I just like all of this. Don't hinder the gender. What does that mean? Anyways, Matip and Sako centre back. Sako learned his lesson already. I know Joe Club wants to sell him, but still great player. He's a good player. I wouldn't say great. He's a good player, no doubt. Klopp doesn't rate him. Klopp just wants to sell him because of his attitude, which is, again, like I said before, the main reason PSG sold him. So I mean, Matip and Sako partnership was a really good partnership when they played. They went 3, 4 games, 7 games or something like that without conceding. So that's a plus sign. I mean, the only thing I can say, we can hope for. I mean, I want Sako to stay. I'd rather us get Van Dijk and then keep Sako. The only thing I can say is we just hope, Klopp tells Sako, you've learned your lesson. I need you to be a man. Put the club first before any individual what's it called? Any individual wants or whatever it is, and you know, you succeed as a footballer and as a man, and I just hope club, you know, keeps Sako in mind and gives him another chance, because at the end of the day, everyone, you know, deserves another chance. I think the first person who's gonna be the first on that plane to wherever we're going is gonna be Sako, anyways. Yeah, so I don't know if you still got any more questions. If you got any more questions you would like to answer personally, or you feel like, you know, you want the whole fan base to know that I haven't posted or answered yet, go straight to my page, drop a message. I have a less than 1 minute reply rate. Go to my page. It's called Liverpool FC News. If you're watching from Nathan's page, where Liverpool Shirt with Pride, you must see my page at the top. It says Liverpool FC News. So if you got any questions, go on top, go to my page, pop a question through on the message, or you know, something you'd like to know personally. I'll answer you straight away, or just, you know, post something on the page wall, and I'm most likely going to reply you, because all I do is reply to Liverpool stuff, because I get, this is one of the busiest summers for me. I've had the page for a good 5 to 6 years, and this is one of, by hands down, the, you know, the busiest summer for me, in regards to transfers and all of that stuff. Plus, if you would like to see more of this, just follow my page, and then I usually post when I'm coming online. I let everyone know. I say I'm coming online, you know. You know, post your questions through. But the thing is, you know, when I say post your questions through, nobody comments, and then when I come online, everybody starts commenting, which I love. I really love the love, and you know, I get from you guys, and I just want to take this couple of minutes to say thank you very much. Again, I don't make money from what I do. I'm doing something, you know, I'm doing something I love, and for the club I love. And I'm wearing my Liverpool shirt with pride today, and you know, tomorrow I'll probably bring my scarf, my scarf, and then the following day I'll probably bring my socks. I have a full kit, believe it or not. So just wanted to say thank you very much, guys. It's been a very heavy day, in regards to people watching, you know, I've never had this high number of live viewers before. I mean, I went up to 41 live viewers, and I've not had this much likes. I've just said thanks to everyone who's been, you know, putting likes through, and putting you know, love hearts through. If again, if you'd like to know anything, drop me a message on my page. You know, go through my page, go through my previous videos, go through my posts. I have opinionated posts and everything, and reliable source posts. So just scroll through my page. If you like what you see, just, you know, follow the page. And I always try to get, you know, rumors and news posted. I don't just post concrete news. I mean, I post rumors from unreliable sites, and I just like to get, you know, fans involved in things and see what they think about it. So that's why I do what I do. I like, you know, engaging with people, and I'm here today again, and I'll probably be here next week, next 2 weeks. So again, thank you very much, guys. This is it for me, and I have to go. Don't forget to like my page if you don't already, and peace out. Thank you very much.